I'm 36 years old and she is 29. I'm bipolar. I met this girl on a dating app last year. We hung out a few times but ended up having different relationships that both ended a few months later. We were both staying in our hometown outside that time, except for me needing to travel every now and then for work. Earlier this year I was promoted and sent off to Canada for a few months to train me with my new role. We both fell out of each other's radar during that time. By mid-year I came back to stay for good once again in the big city. I decided to visit my hometown for a few days and posted a picture on my Instagram. I got a DM from her asking how long I'll be in town, and we met up to catch up and talk about whatnot and our previous relationships. I mentioned to her that I was planning to date her back then, but life got in the way. Much to my surprise, she was thinking the same thing. We took things slow and things were great. I was giving my full effort despite the challenges with our distance and time. Project management can get very toxic. We both visited each other over the course of the next few months, and we decided to go steady later on. I was open with my mental condition and asked if it would be a problem for her, which she said that it wouldn't be. One thing she admired about me is about having ambitions and mature enough to talk about serious stuff. Her previous relationship failed because she was dating someone who's too carefree and doesn't want a stable job. As a few weeks went by, she was communicating less than usual. I flagged my concern about having regular conversation despite our busy schedules. I'm not asking to chat or call 24/7, just a quick catch-up. Not really a big fan of having a sustained conversation, but I wanted to make things work for our setup. At first she acknowledged it, telling me that she was busy and not much of a talker, which is fine. That also sums up my personality. Unfortunately, things got worse. Her response got intermittent. She replies after 12 hours at most despite being free most of the time. I gave her the benefit of doubt and talked about it again several times, but gave me the same answer. Recently I had a depressive episode which didn't help. It was close to a year since my last episode. I really needed to talk to someone that time. She was of course the first thing in mind. I said I was not okay, she replied, but got breadcrumbs instead. I was very disappointed. I didn't feel her during my time of weakness. I was there for her during difficult times. I would help her in a heartbeat, but it seems like we are not in the same wavelength. I thought it was not worth the trouble of giving my full effort moving forward. Things are great during good times, but she falls short when things get rough. Okay, for the million-dollar question, should I cut my losses and end things with her? We are still in the early phase of being in a steady relationship.